I'm Tom Frank.
I'm Drew Beskett.
I'm the head coach, Coach Curley.
And this is the Juniata Men's Basketball Show. I'm Tom Frank.
I'm Biz.
And I'm Greg.
So we have a new Greg in with us. We have Coach Curley as well, about to coach.
Yeah, he's got a thing.
So we had to get a stand-in who's also named Greg.
Yes. This
is Greg Albert, the great Greg Albert, who's also, I guess you could say, our sponsor.
Yeah. You could say that.
We could say that.
We
could say that. The Jostens.
Yeah, we're trying to get those trophies for the Bizzarelli Awards. So hopefully Mr. Albert will come through this year.
Well, we'll get way into that. But hey,
right.
Biz.
Yes.
We are live.
This is awesome.
We're here we're at the Nest.
The Nest.
We're at the Nest. I refuse to call it Memorial Gym. It's the Nest.
It's the Nest. We need to pack the Nest today, please.
We need to pack the Nest. We're on the beautiful campus of Juniata College.
The mezzanine. We're on the mezzanine.
How you doing?
I'm good, man. I mean,
you're good?
This is like back to our day at the Palestra, except
it is
on steroids.
This is the Palestra on steroids.
Yeah, minus the wings.
Minus the wings. We did have we had alumni lunch.
Yeah, a couple slices of pizza.
They ran out of plates, so we had to hold our pizza by hand. But I'm all right with that.
Yeah. Hey,
but
we had beer, right?
We did have a beer.
Good.
It was nice. It's Alumni Saturday.
Yeah.
The men's and women's Alumni Games. They're both in the books. We'll get into those in a minute.
Yeah, we can skip over those.
We have the Juniata and Wilkes game starting in about an hour right behind us. You can probably hear them warming up.
You can see the scoreboard. It's fantastic.
We got alumni all over the place.
Yes.
We got cheerleaders on the way.
All right.
We got the pep band coming.
Pep band.
We got mascots. We got parents.
We
got random guys like Greg Albert stopping by. I mean, this is going to be good, folks.
That's what they say, off the chain. This is going to be off the chain.
And so by the time you see this, we're going to be live on Apple, Spotify, and we are going to be on YouTube. You are going to be on the first ever show.
Oh, Greg Albert
on YouTube.
Yes. First,
look at that.
YouTube?
How about that?
Wow.
We got some music in the background. This is exciting stuff. This is exciting. We got big fans coming around.
Big fans. What's up, fans?
Lots of fans
here.
Well,
Greg, if you ever wanted to be on College Game Day, today's your day.
Here it is.
There it is. All right, Biz. We need a little note. Now, Greg, you are a long-time friend of Coach Curley.
Yes. Long time.
As well as ourselves.
Absolutely.
Yes.
When did you meet Coach Curley for the first time?
Coach Curley and I go back, I believe, like 7th grade, maybe.
Seventh grade.
The first time I met
Sounds
Greg.
about right.
Now we played Little League baseball against each other years, but I didn't know him.
Yeah.
Until really we got to about 7th grade. So,
all right.
So what year was that? Like 1983, 4, 5, somewhere around there.
They were in the early 80s, mid 80s.
6.
Yeah.
Somewhere in there.
All right.
So way back.
So
like you guys.
Well, you guys were like, those Park Forest kids were on the other side.
Yeah, I'm a Park Forest guy.
Other side of the world.
I was the Park Forest
Biz
guy.
and I go way back.
Yeah.
Yes.
Way back.
So you go back like I go back with Curly.
Exactly.
We go back to the kindergarten days.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct.
Yes. Yeah. And we used to play the Lamont kids in a little street hockey, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
And I remember Park Forest kind of dominating.
I don't know about
remember
that.
It like that.
What do you mean you don't remember it like
I
that?
remember that.
It was 50-50.
Friday night under the lights over at the church playing a little.
Yeah, but who took...
I don't remember ever losing.
you guys didn't really show up in wiffle
because you
ball.
never played.
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
You never showed up.
I was like the grade 8 from the side. I mean, that slap shot was unstoppable. That's how I remember it.
Well, that's how you remember most things.
That's why you're sitting here talking about basketball now.
We are going to talk about basketball. So we are. It's Alumni Saturday.
Yeah.
It is fun. We had the Alumni Games at 9:30. The women played at 11.
Yep.
And then we have the men's against Wilkes, and this is a big game.
This is a huge game.
Big game. You've been following along all year.
Yeah.
No. Don't let them lie to you.
So right now in the standings, we sit at 5th. Wilkes is one ahead of us.
Yeah.
One ahead of us. We win this game, we're tied.
We're in the
Tied
mix.
for 4.
We're in the mix. We're tied for 4th. Now, the top 6 get in this year.
We need to get that top 4.
We
We
gotta
need
get
that
them
top
in.
4.
We need
Gotta
to
get them
we-
in. Johnson's has a interest in that.
You do have
sure.
an interest in it.
Yeah.
Hey, speaking of
Yeah.
interest in rings,
Yeah.
now did you get the volleyball team?
We did.
All right, now, can you give us, now, have they gotten their rings yet?
They have not gotten the rings yet. The rings are actually in production as we
Ooh.
speak.
All right.
What can you tell us about
Looking
them?
for a little early March delivery.
Early March delivery?
Looking at. They tell their story really, really well.
Yeah.
Of the season. Got a couple little elements built into the ring, kind of little hidden things.
All right.
That are there. So I can't give away too much because we obviously don't want to let the cat out of the bag.
Yeah, I understand.
Until they come out.
Will there be a ring ceremony for this?
Yeah, they're talking about, I think it's early, right around one of the men's volleyball games it'll be presented at. So I think that's what they're looking at. So stay tuned on that. We'll certainly keep you updated on it.
Will there be an after party at the Ellis Ballroom?
Maybe we can arrange that.
All right.
Maybe we can arrange that.
Wow.
We were just in the Ellis Ballroom.
It was a good time.
Yeah, it was nice.
It was a good time.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
So what's the latest pro team that you are delivering rings for?
So the latest pro team that we've delivered for was the Kansas City Chiefs, I believe. That was the latest. That was the latest one.
All right.
Oh no, I apologize. Philadelphia Eagles. I was involved with.
Oh.
Oh,
for their
okay.
NFC Championship rings.
Oh, they do the NFC Championship
Yeah,
as well?
Yeah.
All
Yeah.
right.
So we did both. Jostens did both the Chiefs and the Eagles.
So let me ask you this.
Yeah.
Who's the cooler, Kelsey?
Yeah.
They're both cool.
Both cool then.
Yeah, they're both cool.
Was
So.
Jason shirtless in his ring ceremony?
He was not.
Okay, good.
He was not.
All right. Sorry,
So,
Tom.
all right, so now we have 4 teams left in the NFL.
Uh-huh.
Would all 4 go to Jostens, or do you root for somebody who you know will come to Jostens?
Oh, we root for them all.
Okay.
So, but I think from a Jostin standpoint, I think we've got a good shot at all of them. We'll have an opportunity to be with all of them.
All right.
I think San Francisco. We've really kind of got some history with them. We've
All right,
done
so-
all of their Super Bowl rings.
So there's a little hint there that we're maybe rooting for San Francisco.
There's no history with Detroit, so
there couldn't be
it's
any.
a good time
Yeah.
to start history, right?
No, you gotta speak it into the mic and say
Yeah,
that.
tell the fans.
Turn that thing around.
Hi, good afternoon. Just want to
Hey.
say hello, and I love you all, and I listen to you all on the podcast. I'm Mason's mom.
All right,
And
Mason's
yep,
mom.
I listen to you all day at my office. So
I love
All right,
it.
Mason.
I love it.
I'll enjoy it.
Well,
Keep
we love
going.
it.
Keep going.
And we love Mason.
Thank
Yes.
you.
Hey,
Loves you all.
here's what I'm going to tell Mason this today because I get to see him live. Shoot the ball, man.
Shoot the ball.
I want him
Yeah.
shooting even
I
more.
know. And I always try to tell everybody, when he was 8, trust me, he shot the ball. When Mason first played, the very first time he ever played, I was up here his freshman year, and he played like 3 or 4 minutes.
Yeah.
And I said, how come you didn't shoot the ball at all? He said, Mom, the coach knows I know how to shoot. I need to show him I know how to run his offense.
There you go.
Maturity and growth here at Juniata, I love it.
Hey. And
Well,
he knows
thank
how to
you.
run the offense.
Thank you for listening.
Yes.
We love it.
Okay.
All
Much
right.
appreciated. Oh,
We-
yeah,
we
come
need
on,
you-
everybody, yeah.
Now we got Chase's parents here.
Hey guys.
Hey,
I want to give you a particular shout out because I love when you send us some photos.
yes.
So keep sending us some photos.
Oh well, absolutely. I'll always send the photos.
Yeah,
That was
yeah.
outstanding.
That was outstanding
In
because
fact,
we.
today when you shook hands, the 2 of you,
Yeah. Oh, you.
I missed the
Oh, you didn't
photo
get
op.
it. Did you get any good photos?
I got one, but then I let it up to the real photographer.
Yeah, we had a real
Yeah,
photographer
I felt
here.
like I should step back.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but the alumni game was fun.
You
The
enjoyed
alumni game
alumni?
was awesome.
All
We're
right.
so glad we made the trip to watch.
Awesome.
Love
We
those
Well,
guys.
Hey, next year I'm
We-
bidding for your son. So.
Now we haven't given the
Yeah.
results yet, but we are going to give the results very soon. Nobody knows yet.
we might miss that.
All right. I'm
Now
good.
you can hear us, right?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
All right. So now we haven't told anybody about the results of the alumni game just yet.
Oh, I haven't either.
All right.
right,
So
good.
we're going to announce it here on the show.
Okay, good.
Maybe.
Yes.
Maybe.
Maybe we're going to
Yeah.
announce it.
Oh, definitely needs to be the
Next
Oh,
year,
needs to be announced.
next year I'm going to start recruiting Chase.
You're
now.
gonna recruit Chase.
Yeah.
All right. He'll
So
be
he
in.
needs to stay close.
How's Chase feeling?
He's feeling great.
He's feeling
Good.
good. He's ready to go today.
Ready to go.
All right.
Do you have a prediction on the game?
I don't want to jinx anybody.
Okay, that's fair.
All right.
That's fair.
I just scream loud and yell for
Good.
everyone.
All right.
And
Well, we know where the heart is.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's all right here.
All
Good.
right.
Yeah.
Well, hey, thank you for
you.
listening. Thank you for participating all the
Go
time.
JC Hoops.
There we
Yes.
go.
We
Go
are
JC
in.
Who.
We are
Yes.
it. Thank you.
All right.
Thank
Here's
you.
my other main man.
Yeah.
Oh
Get
yeah,
the
get
main
him,
man
get,
on
get him
here.
up here too. All right, we now have Chase's dad.
Chase's dad.
How you doing, Chase's
Hey,
dad?
first of all, it's an honor to be here with Tom and Biz. I love the podcast. It's been fantastic. I look forward to it every week, and you guys have done a great job. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, you know?
Very, very much.
Thank you.
It's so fun, and all the kids, everybody is. It's a great team, and we enjoy the heck out of it.
I'll tell you, this team over the last 2 games
Yeah.
has really come together.
Yep.
I love the fact that Coach Curley kind of snuck a zone in there last game. I think that was fantastic. You talk about a chess match,
right?
That was fantastic.
He did wonderful, and I think to continue to keep going as far as winning, I think 4 or if not 5 out of the starters need to be in double digits, like the last 2 games. I think it's fantastic. So I'm excited. And I'm excited to be here with you guys on this live podcast.
Hey, we're excited to have you.
So this is
the guy, when they win the championship, this is the guy
This is our championship ring guy.
Yeah, well, who is this?
I'm the other Greg.
This is the other
Greg.
Greg Albert. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, my friend.
Now, this Greg has also known Greg for a long time. Yes.
Okay.
Yes. And he's our sponsor, Jostens.
Oh, okay. Well, thank you very much.
He's the big man.
Seriously, thank you.
Our pleasure.
Yes. Well, hey, thank you.
Well,
Keep listening.
You. Hey, thank you, guys. You guys do a wonderful
and
job.
let's get a big win tonight.
Yes,
That's right.
There we go.
Today's the
Enjoy
day.
it.
All right. All right, we got another great guy joining us. Sir, you got to introduce yourself.
Okay, my name is Joe Shalaba. I was the sports information director here from 1988 to 96. It's been a long time.
It's been a long time.
But I grew up in Huntington, so I saw a lot of basketball in this gym. So
And up until Flow Sports, though, you announced every game.
I did some announcing for the videos with Jim Zazik. Jim was kind of the
Okay.
voice, and I kind of filled in once in a while and helped out. So.
And I will tell the audience, this was also one of our 2 refs today
Oh yeah.
for the great alumni game, which we haven't given away yet.
Okay, good. I don't want to
haven't
get
given away
involved.
that yet.
I don't want anybody to think that
We
the
still may
officials
not.
the officials had anything to do with the outcome of the contest.
It was a good time, though.
Oh,
right?
it's always a blast. Yeah, it's one of my
Now,
favorites.
do you officiate games?
I do. Well, I've been a high school official for a long
High school?
time.
Okay.
Football. I started doing volleyball during COVID, but I've been doing basketball since 2006. After I gave up coaching altogether and everything. So.
Gotcha.
Excellent. Now, from what I know, you have seen a lot of these games. And we were talking earlier, you were going to give me a little bit of a background on Wilkes, because Wilkes is new into the conference.
Right.
This is their first back here in Juniata since when? When was the last time they played here?
Wilkes was one of the original teams in the MAC Northern Division.
Yeah.
And then they were in the Northeast, and we were in the Northwest. So we played them once a year. So the last official conference game they played here was like in 1991, I believe.
Ooh, okay.
And what happened was the MAC split into the Commonwealth and Freedom. Juniata was on the Commonwealth side. Wilkes was on the Freedom side. And then when the Landmark Conference began, when Juniata left the Middle Atlantic Conference, we haven't. So Wilkes used to be a very common opponent in all sports.
Yeah.
So this is pretty cool. But the one thing and it's probably 45 years ago. So 45 years ago in February, the one of the really good Juniata teams that had bad luck. I mean, they started like 0-7, 0-8.
Ooh.
And then the end of the year really hot. But anyway, the last home game of the season was here against Wilkes. Wilkes needed to win to make the playoffs.
Yeah.
And Juniata had kind of turned the season around, and that was you might have heard.
Who was the coach back then?
The coach was actually Greg's father-in-law. Pat
his
Frazier.
father-in-law. Okay.
So they had kind of turned things around. But the big thing about that game was Wilkes needed to win to get into playoffs. Juniata had kind of turned the corner, and it was also the final home game for Roger Galo, who at that time was the second leading scorer in school history.
All time, yeah.
And so the place was packed, and Galo scored like 46 or something like that, and Juniata beat Wilkes. And the headline the next day in the Daily News, the sports section, was JC spoils Wilkes' chance. That was the headline, and they had these pictures of Galo and Bob Musser, who was his twisted twin and all that stuff. So anyway, it's kind of cool, and it's not like modern anymore, unfortunately. I mean, all of a sudden, I look back and think, well, that's 45 years ago.
That's 45 years ago, yeah.
But anyway, the good thing, this is nice to get some of those historical rivals back with Lycoming and Wilkes, and it was kind of like a blue and gold thing, so it's good to see. But anyway, this current team, obviously, this is a big game.
It's a huge game.
It's a gigantic game. Wilkes is off to a good start, and it's nice to see kind of those old rivals pick up. And now, when you look at that region, Wilkes, Lycoming, Susquehanna, Juniata. Now you have these 4 teams that had those historical ties.
Yeah, that is great.
Playing a lot. So
I hadn't thought about it like that,
yeah,
but that's
very good.
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah.
It's great. So what are you up to now?
Well, I mean, today I'm just going to watch, but I work at Penn State. I'm I'm completely out of athletics. I just do officiating to keep myself busy.
Yeah.
And come to a lot of Juniata games and so yeah.
Well, I thought you did a good job
Well,
today.
thanks. It's always fun. I mean, that was a tough. I mean, no, I always say the alumni game. You can figure it out basically this: the first 10 minutes, everybody's like got all the adrenaline. They're running like crazy, and all of a sudden, and then you just watch the legs go, and the 3-pointers all begin to end up shorter. And the fouls pick up, and the complaining begins to pick up.
That never leaves, does it? The complaining never.
No. But what I think is always cool about the alumni game is we have the rules set up to try to keep it close.
Yeah.
Once you get above.
You tried this time.
You
tried this time.
It's unofficial, but it didn't really. I don't want to give it away.
No, don't give it away.
But I mean, they did make a little run. There was a little.
There was
run
a little
there.
bit of a run somewhere in there. Yeah.
It's a lot of fun to see all those guys come back and get together and connect,
and it's fun to see different generations of guys who normally would have never played together.
Absolutely.
So that was fun. Yeah,
it's very good. Yeah.
All right.
But anyway, well, thanks for having me.
Hey, thank you.
Yeah, and good luck with everything.
All right.
Take
Thank
care.
you very much, sir.
Take care.
We go from history to current.
Yeah.
And we have one of the guys here that you've probably heard on the air quite a bit from Flow Sports. Introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Sean. I'm Sean Gamble. I'm the Flow Sports broadcaster for Juniata men's and women's basketball. I do all the home games.
Outstanding.
And, it's been a great time.
And you're also on the golf team.
Yes, I'm on the golf team as
I saw
well.
your little practice room that used to be a racquetball court now. I'm going to might go down and hit a couple.
Yeah, it's a sweet gig. I can't complain.
It's a sweet gig.
All right, so tell us your history here. How'd you get involved in Flow Sports? How did this all come together?
Yeah, so I was taking photos for a number of the teams on campus, and I talked to Ben Grant, the SID here, Sports Information Director, and said, hey, we have this new Flow Sports deal. You guys need broadcasters. I'm as cheap as they come. I'll do it for free. And I get paid a little bit, but I can't complain. I love it. It's great.
All right.
A little beer money.
So you're
a sophomore, so a little Coke money.
Yeah, no, it's a great thing. Yeah, Coca-Cola, that is, Biz. So we got a big game today.
Yeah,
this is a big one,
yeah,
right?
For sure.
What are you thinking?
I'm thinking it's Juniata and another nail biter tonight. I think it's another nail biter, another Eisenhart 3 in the clutch. That's what I'm feeling.
All right. Now, there's been 2 voices on Flow Sports as of late. Who's your co-host?
Absolutely. So we have a freshman, Jackson Albright.
Okay,
so
Jackson was the second one.
He just started actually the last game.
Oh, so it was just the last game.
Yeah, it was just the last game.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So it's been fun to teach him a bit and get him moving.
Outstanding. Well, I think you've done a fantastic job.
Thank you. Yeah,
I get on you a little bit on the podcast. I analyze everything that you do. So, but keep up the great work because we listen to every game.
I got it on my big screen too.
Yeah, so you're
I downloaded the app.
You are all over the place. So
I appreciate it. I'm still learning. I'm new to it.
You're in surround sound.
But it's been fun.
No,
I have a question for you.
Yeah.
When you graduate, 2 years,
Yeah.
3, whatever it takes, right?
Yeah.
Will it continue to grow as will another student continue to come through and take over your positions, or how will that work?
Yeah, that's the goal. So I'm the first, and the goal is to kind of set it up for a number of different students in a number of different sports, because I did football in the fall, soccer in the fall, volleyball as well. So trying to set it up for other students to continue this and make this a part of Juniata basketball and Juniata athletics.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
It's very cool. It's very cool. And we're going to try to sneak on the broadcast later today.
Oh yeah, go for it.
So we're going to come over and get on Flow Sports because I mean it's how can we not do it?
Right, exactly.
And then I think we have something here. I think we might have a little partnership here.
I'm feeling the brotherly love.
I do.
But
I think that we can help you and you can help us. We might have you check in with us every so often if you're game for it.
I'm always game for it, and if you guys want to hop on the broadcast, talk to my boss, not me. But
we talked to your boss. We cleared it with the boss.
Oh, great.
Oh, we're in. So we'll see you.
That works for me. I'll see you guys. Sorry?
Dan's your boss?
Ben's my boss.
Ben. We contacted Ben. Now, there's going to be a little special announcement at halftime.
Wonderful.
So I'm giving you the heads up.
Okay.
Be ready for it. We'll come walking over at halftime. We'll get you ready for it.
That sounds good. I can't wait.
All right. Hey, keep up the good work.
Yeah, absolutely.
And everybody who's listening, this is your guy. This is the guy that you hear. And 'cause all these people are watching. They're all watching.
The
voice of the Juniata Eagles. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you guys. Have a great day.
All right.
Enjoy.
Good work.
All right. That was our voice of Flow Network here at Juniata. Outstanding.
We even had a question from the other Greg.
Look at it, Greg. Really,
Hey.
you really just it's a natural for you.
Yeah.
Well, I just got to get in the flow a little bit.
You got to get in the flow, yeah.
You know.
All right, we got some alumni that are starting to mingle in here. We're going to get some of those guys in. But, Biz, I think it's time. I think we need to talk a little bit about the alumni game. So just to give everybody the long-awaited score, Team Blue came out strong. We, I think, hit the first maybe 7 shots of the game.
I wouldn't say that.
The game was recorded, and we will have a replay of the game very soon.
Started recording at 9:20. You may have missed that.
And Team Blue was hot.
We started at 9:30, correct.
Team Blue was hot. I would admit that. We got up pretty big at halftime. I told the guys at halftime, do not let up. I want to blow Team Gold out. That was my goal. And our goal was to score 70 points.
You broke a lot of unwritten rules.
I did break a lot. I pressed at the end.
Yeah.
Used my timeouts.
Yeah.
And final score. Let me get it up here. Final score right here. Team Blue victorious, 70-47.
You know, hey, like any coach, I take full responsibility.
Now,
I didn't have my guys ready.
those who have watched the show,
fault.
my philosophy was to go a little older. I went with old man strength. I went with guys who I knew were in shape. Marcus Lee, very good game.
Yeah.
I will say one funny story about Marcus Lee. Every guy who came out, my philosophy was to take Marcus Lee out, but they were all afraid to take Marcus Lee out, so Marcus Lee never came out.
Hey, I mean, the guy's going to go on a 50-mile run. I think he could play 30
He played an
basketball.
excellent game, banged it up inside, hit some three-pointers.
Yeah.
I will say, I think my player of the game, Jeremy Hayes. Jeremy Hayes hit some deep three-pointers in the far corner.
Yeah?
I think iced it for us.
All right.
Absolutely think iced it for us.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, I dig that.
Come on over here.
All right, the Lapentina.
Put the headphones on.
This is a fluid.
Oh, you're in. You're in now.
This is a fluid show.
This is a fluid show.
Wait, was she our first parental guest that we ever had?
I think she might have been. So turn around. We got the camera right there. You got to sneak in there. You got to be on the mic. Okay. We just announced the score of the alumni game.
I've been dying to hear.
Team Blue 70.
Okay.
Team Gold 47. No mercy.
The scorekeeper may have missed.
No mercy on this one. No mercy.
So was it truly the young, fresher guys versus the older guys?
Yeah, the old guys just put it to them. They absolutely put it to them.
For the coach and the players.
Now, okay, first you got to introduce yourself. Introduce yourself on the show.
Mary Lapentina, and I'm Tyler Lapentina's mom.
Now,
Lapentina, not Latina.
I know. I mess up a lot.
No, you guys don't. No, I don't think.
Oh,
I feel like you guys
Lapentina.
Don't.
Okay.
I think you guys
okay, I think we're good for. I think I messed up.
Sports has got it all messed up.
I think I messed up last year a little bit. Now you just missed the guy from Flow Sports. He was just
really?
here. Yes.
That's funny.
We'll correct him.
We'll correct him on the air today. Now I think you were one of our first guests.
First parent
ever to be on the show.
I think there was a student. Was it a student or a manager who you guys interviewed before me?
Okay, maybe so. Maybe so.
It was what's his name? Brother.
Oh yeah, I don't remember his name right now. He was on the football team.
Yeah.
So you were at the Misconduct Tavern.
Yeah.
Good time there.
It was a great time.
It was great. I'm ready to get
wings, right?
I got the
outstanding wings.
Got the wings.
All right, so you have to tell us a little bit. What do you think about this year's team? How are we doing?
It's been a battle.
It has.
So that's the only words I can use. We have like really highs and really lows.
Yeah.
So it's been fun, but it's been stressful. I said, Tyler, if you can just please get us a little bit of a cushion. So my parents watched. My dad said Wednesday night that they had to call 911 because his mom had a heart attack. But
oh boy, that was a heck of a game too.
It was a heck of a game.
And I'll tell you what, Tyler's been coming up big. He's been hitting some big, and I like it. It's not just him in threes. He's driving the lane. He's hitting those little jumpers, and he's hitting them at crucial times.
Making his dad happy.
I love it.
That's what he tells him.
I love it.
Drive to the basket.
That's right. See, I love that. Go to the hoop.
Yeah,
I agree with you. He's the guy that I think can take the ball to the hoop better than anybody else on this team.
Thank you.
So I always feel like if we can get him anywhere between 10 and 16, and then we can get 4 of the 5 starters in double figures, we win.
Yes.
I say that all the time.
That is the recipe to success.
I actually texted him before one of the games. I was like, I want to see you. I named all the guys. All double digits today. That's what I want to see.
Yeah.
Because when they're all on, they're
hard to win.
Unbeatable. Yeah.
All right, so we got to ask you, prediction for today's game. What are you thinking?
I think it's going to be a battle.
I do too.
It's really going to be. They're both fighting for the number 4 spot, right? I think.
Yeah.
So
this is a crucial game. We got
hopefully the alumni being here, being in their own home, court advantage.
We're here at the Nest.
I'm going with them. I definitely think they can do it.
All right.
Well, we need a win today because we're staying with the coach tonight too.
Yeah, because
that could make our whole night.
Yeah, the whole night's ruined if we don't get a win here today. So we have to get this win.
Absolutely. Yep.
And we're going to be back for post game, so we're going to have them on for post game.
Okay.
So let's see what happens.
That's fun.
All right. Let's go cheer because this is big. We got to pack the Nest today.
And I just want to say you guys are doing such a great job.
Well, thank you.
My family and I, we all text each other when each podcast comes out, and we're all on. We all listen. We all talk about it. Awesome. So thank you. It's making the season so much fun.
Oh, well, thank you. We love doing it, and it's awesome. Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you so much.
Enjoy.
All right. We're just lining them up.
That's right, man.
Just lining them up. Yeah. All right, now, we were in the middle of talking about the alumni game. I'd like to get back to that for a second.
Do we have any other guests? Anybody? No. All right.
I thought it was a good coaching matchup.
I missed a couple timeouts.
Yeah, I kept yelling at you to take some timeouts when we had some runs. But
I'm a big fan of playing through it.
You tried to play through it. I heard you trying to put them in a zone a couple times.
They wouldn't.
They didn't
They're all afraid of Coach
They didn't seem
Curley.
to be listening to you.
No.
I took a very different coaching approach than you did.
It's not like the zone.
Your coaching approach was to tell them what to do. My coaching approach was for them to tell me what to do. And that might have been the biggest difference. All right.
Oh, here we go.
Here we go. Now, come on over here. We got 2 guys from Team Gold coming over here right now because we're just talking about the game. All right, dive in here.
Good. How you doing?
How you doing?
What's going on?
All right, you guys got to get around that mic. Get around. You can jump on that mic right there. One of you can put headphones in. You got to get in that mic. We got to be able to hear you. We got to be able to hear you. You might not be able to hear us, but we'll be able to hear you. All right, so we were just talking about the alumni game. Give us your thoughts on the game.
Rough one for Team Gold this morning,
Hey, I'm going to take the full responsibility. It's coaching, purely coaching.
Now, first, introduce yourself to the folks listening.
I'm Cole Bernarding. I'm Nick Rigby. We both graduated past May, so we're the young guys. So
you were the young guys.
You'd think we'd have a little advantage, but I think the young guys
you got the taste.
Still young at heart and maybe out a little too late last night. But
I think there were 2 factors in play here. One is I do feel like you might have been out a little late last night. And number 2, I think the young guys, the old guys, you guys were a little bit more timid around the old guys, right? The old guys have been doing it for a while. You were like, do we play hard? Do we not play hard? There was a little bit of back and forth there. The old guys came out and just kind of put it to you.
This is their Super Bowl.
Well, now I will put a third factor into it. I thought the coaching on Team Blue was far superior.
Probably.
Yeah.
Wait till next year. That's all I say.
All right, so what are you guys up to right now? What are we doing?
Just got done eating with the team, or the guys, I guess, and about to watch the game.
Yeah?
What's the professional life looking like?
What's the what?
Professional life. What are you doing?
So I just started a job down in Pittsburgh doing auditing at a company called Forvis.
All right.
Okay.
Yep.
Pittsburgh.
Down in Pittsburgh, another Pittsburgh guy.
I'm working in State College currently and finishing the MBA here at Juniata, working in accounting and valuation.
All right.
And so you guys, as the youngest guys, the youngest alumni, you know this team very well.
You're still real close to these
guys. You played with a lot of these guys. Break it down for us. Where are we in this year so far?
I think you saw we've hit some rough patches throughout the year. Some guys getting frustrated. Chase and Evan injuries kind of, took us out of rhythm a little bit. But I think we're hitting our stride. Currently, offensively, we've been scoring the ball really well. Have to clean up defensively a little bit, but it's tough. I think second time around in league play, too, that tends to happen sometimes where you can kind of tighten up, especially on the defensive side of the ball. So I like our chances. Still a lot of season to go.
That's right. This is a big one today.
Yeah, I would.
Oh, go ahead, man.
I was just going to agree with. I think they're kind of hitting their stride now. Like that was a big thing Curley always said when we were there. Is just hitting your stride at the right time. Kind of seems like they're starting to blend. So I'm excited to see how the rest of the season goes.
What's the coach's message right now?
Yeah, what's he saying to these guys right now?
What's the message?
I think that it's just keep getting better, and I think we're closer than we think.
All right.
We're closer than it might look. Like a couple plays here and there, you tighten up a few rotations, guard a couple actions a little bit better, and you're right there. So I think it's just keep pounding the rock every day, and we'll be where we want to be at the end of the year.
All right.
And how does the game plan change? This is the second time they've played him. They hadn't played him before, though. I mean, you guys, when's the last time you played Wilkes? I guess it was in the 90s we found out.
We never played him.
Yeah, we never
played him.
play him. No.
All right.
So how does it change that second conference game, the second time you play a team?
Well, I know they played Wilkes early.
Yeah,
the first
it
time.
was early. It was
So
the first one.
Yeah, I think it was their first one.
Yeah.
And like you said, we haven't played them in a long time. So, and now they're new to the league. So I think it's just kind of a bunch of film Curley's probably watched, and he's gonna probably pick up on some tendencies, and he'll be able to focus on certain things that they do well.
Yeah, I think typically when you play a team a second time, the advantage goes to the more veteran group.
Yeah.
Which Wilkes is very veteran as well.
It's pretty even.
It's almost like a mirror.
Yeah.
So it's kind of an interesting dynamic with that. But
And all right, so you got to give us your predictions for the game. What do you think? Score? Who's gonna be the big scorer? What's gonna happen? Give us some predictions.
Inside info.
I'm gonna go with player of the game. I'm gonna give it to Mr. Husted.
All right.
All right.
But I'm gonna go with Eisenhart as the high scorer.
Okay.
He's been playing well recently, been shooting well.
He has been shooting well.
So
He's hot, man.
I
He's
got
lighting it
him.
up.
I got him being the big scorer. Chase, player of the game, and I got Juniata winning. I'm gonna take him by at least 5.
Ooh.
All right.
Ooh.
Yep.
Very good.
I got Juniata 73-67. So close to Cole's prediction. I think Evan and Gabe will continue to score the ball well and shoot the ball well tonight. Chase will be Chase, but I think Hardy will have a big game and be key tonight. Just all around floor game, and we'll be able to bring it home with some free throws late.
All right.
I like when Mason starts shooting more. I just feel like he distributes the ball, he runs the offense well, but when he starts scoring, it's a whole different team.
Yeah, he's been shooting well this year.
He has
His
been
percentages
shooting
are
well.
very good.
Very
It really
impressive.
seems like he's like at his element. 5 seconds left in the shot clock. Hey, man.
Yeah, absolutely.
Get him the ball, and he's just going to take care of business.
Yeah. All right, fellas, thank you.
Yes.
Thank you.
Go get some of your other guys.
Yeah,
bring them on over.
I know one that's looking to come over, so I'll go get him.
Oh, believe me, look behind you. There's a line
Look, we
coming.
got 2 lined up here.
You got them lined up.
We're bringing
There
in
they
the
go.
reserves.
Yeah, bring in the second
Team
guys.
gold next year. Team gold.
Team
That's
gold.
right.
Let's bring in some Team Blue guys now, if you will.
Appreciate it, guys.
I'm going to take a bathroom break. I'll be right back.
Putting these on?
Oh yeah, put them on. You got to speak into the mic.
Are we live?
We're not live, but we're kind of live.
Okay.
All right.
Clips.
You got to get in close to the mic.
This is going in on
right.
our show for the week.
All right. So first you got to introduce yourself.
So, Jay Coulsoffel, class of 2020.
Nate Duckenau, class 2021.
Now, fellas, you were both on Team Blue. We just announced the score. Give me your take on the alumni game this year. How are you feeling? How was the coach? What are your thoughts?
Coaching was great. I mean,
Thank
Team
you.
Blue, we were
Thank
together, from the beginning. I think we were clicking on all cylinders. I think there was maybe a lack of research into the draft process. That was a little lopsided, I think, from the beginning.
I agree. As soon as the teams came out, I knew Team Blue was going to win. I'll be straight up honest with you. Team Gold never had a chance.
Never.
No.
Yeah.
So,
Hell yeah,
but
I
I
mean-
thought we played well. I thought the coach was right on cue. Get shots up as quick as possible. Little defense. My type of game.
Yeah.
So I appreciate that.
All right. That's
Did
why.
you
and
ever get
that's
to
why
play
I
that
drafted
type of game when you were actually here as a student athlete?
No.
All right. Didn't think so.
All right, guys. So give us a little stories from your time here. And now, have you been back for every alumni game, or what?
So this is my first one back.
Oh, it is?
I've been down in Virginia for school and had an off weekend, so I was able to come back.
I'm glad you made it back.
Yeah, happy to be back. So first one back for me. I don't know about you.
I was here last year.
Oh, you were here last
I missed, I think, the first year I graduated.
Okay.
So I was here last year, yeah. Definitely,
right.
this year is definitely the best so far.
And what are your thoughts right now on this team? Yeah. How close have you watched this year's team?
I mean, I'll be honest, I haven't gotten to watch any games. I am an avid listener of the podcast, so I'm
That's
excited
good enough.
about this opportunity.
That's a good
Fantastic.
I like hearing the recap and the
Welcome
projections. From what I've heard and hopefully see today, like, we have a good squad. I think there's been a couple tight games that have come down to the wire, but hopefully, we can finish the year strong. I think we're on a good run here. So.
I think we are.
I'm the same way. I haven't watched as many games. I am a podcast listener as well.
I love the podcast.
I have played. So my senior year, I played with the seniors. My senior year.
These guys were freshmen.
Yes, so
Okay.
I know them pretty well. So I knew that they'd be good. I knew expected a good year coming up. So I'm excited to see them in action.
Yeah. All right, now before I let you guys go, you got to tell us a few stories about your time here. Give us what were your best seasons here?
So, I don't know, out myself here, but I was a part, I guess we both were a part of the best and the worst seasons in school history.
Is that right?
So my sophomore year was Marcus and them as seniors. We were best team in the history of the school. My senior year, unfortunately, we had the worst record. I mean, you take it as you wish.
It wasn't the worst record in school history.
Your senior year
in Curley's history.
In Curley's history.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is your senior year the COVID year, or wait?
My senior year was COVID hit right after the season. And his senior year was.
You got interrupted.
My senior year, we played 6 games. We only started in January, but we had all individual workouts from fall, and we actually got a full winter break. Came back in January, played 6 games.
Yeah.
Made the playoffs. I think we lost.
All right. That's just a weird year.
Yeah,
though.
it was a weird year.
Yeah.
But I'm the same with Jake. My freshman year, part of the best team, junior history.
That's awesome.
One of the best teams, I believe. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then, obviously, my junior year wasn't the best.
It's all right. So I want to get to the bottom of this. I heard rumblings that nobody would go in for Marcus. Nobody would sub and take Marcus out. Why are we? What's happening here?
Know your role.
I know. Right.
There you go.
That's very good.
That's why the score was what it was.
Yeah, when he was a senior, that was the best team ever. These guys were freshmen, sophomores.
I mean, the guy's getting older.
Here's a good story. I'll give you one.
Give us one.
Let's.
Damon and Marcus.
Yeah.
So Seth and Will are also seniors. Damon and Marcus are on our team. Chat with them all the time now. I don't think they talk to me till February. And they can.
He's right
attest
behind
that.
you
I know.
too. He's right behind
Right
you.
there he
So
is.
we're gonna get
I love
into
him to
this.
death
Yeah.
now.
Yeah. That's pretty
And
funny.
there was no disrespect. I just how D-Man was. He was a locked-in individual.
I can kind of tell that just even from the alumni game.
Yeah.
He kind of got locked in.
He's very serious.
I
Very
had some
serious.
guys who were locked in.
Yeah.
I mean, come on.
You had
man.
the locked-in guys.
I had the locked-in guys. All right, so you guys have to tag because they're literally right behind you, listening to every word you're saying.
We'll get them on.
We'll get them on right now.
What are we thinking today? I mean,
give us
I think
your
it's probably
predictions.
obvious what we're thinking, but
What's the spread?
What was the spread? The spread was about 4 by the glove,
I think so.
and we were favored.
Okay. Yeah.
Or no, wait a minute.
no,
was
it was a pick'em.
This was the
This is
pick'em.
the pick'em
This was the
game.
pick'em game.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's what I thought.
Yeah.
So I got here in a little early, got to watch them warm up.
Yeah.
I think we have the edge, just from a demeanor and it's a good environment in here. So I'm gonna obviously stick with our squad.
Now, do you think the alumni being here is that motivate the guys? That make them nervous? What do you think?
I know at least from us, like when we were here, it was always a big deal. Playing for some of those guys, kind of like the old heads in the locker room. Like you know most of them, or at least have heard stories. So it's pretty cool to see them up there. So yeah, hopefully show out for some of us coming back.
I agree. I think it definitely a motivation factor. So
All right.
I think
All
Juniata
right.
by a lot tonight.
Ooh, a lot.
I like that a lot.
All right, we're gonna hold you to that.
All right.
All right, fellas.
Hey, one last thing.
Yes.
I want to be the last pick again next year. I'm taking that chip on my shoulder till next year.
It's chipped.
Take it. Team Blue. There we go.
Hey, research has been done.
All right, we got 2 more guys. Now we got the guys rolling up here. All right, first thing you gotta do is you gotta introduce yourself.
My name's Cameron Keck, 2021 grad here.
All right.
Part of Team Blue.
Team Blue, we caught the win today, yes.
Yeah.
John Kelly, 22 grad, Team Gold member. We weren't the best out there today.
Hey, it's a coach. I'm going to take full blame for that, John. You guys were shit. It's my bad.
Hey,
next year will be better.
John knew it was happening though. At one point, I was talking to a lot of the players. John came by and goes, what are we going to do?
I mean, they were on,
Yeah.
obviously your rim was a little shorter than ours.
Oh, is that what it was? All right, so what do you guys think? It's Alumni Saturday. Have you guys been back? How many times have you been back for this game?
I guess last year, this is my 3rd time, I guess.
Third time.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Only the second for me.
Second for you. All right. I mean, what do you think? This is a cool experience. You get back, you see some of these guys that you played with, but then some of the guys that were way before you probably as well.
Yeah, it's cool. It's definitely cool. So I was a freshman when Marcus and Damon and that group, when we won the regular season landmark.
Yeah.
So that was cool. And then now the guys are playing now. I played with them my senior year. So
you're a bridge guy.
I'm a bridge guy.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. So it's cool to be back with them and talk to them and stuff.
Definitely is. I played with all these guys pretty much the entirety of my career.
Yeah.
I didn't get the experience with the older guys that Cam got, but so these are all the guys I played with, finished it out with. So I got a lot of respect for them and love coming back out to see.
So now, have you been watching every game?
Yeah, I got a Flow Sports account. Shout out my boy Phil.
Flow Sports.
Actually,
Phil.
My boy Phil, he gives me the account.
All right, Phil.
That's why I want to shout out.
We need to talk to Phil.
We need to talk to Phil. All right, so you've watched every game. What's your assessment of this team?
I mean, we got the pieces, right? We lost Cole and Rigby from last year, the conference championship team. I think we just got to put it all together, go on a run, get some wins together. I mean, I think they can do it.
I do too.
I mean, it seems like they're close.
I feel like after that Scranton win, we're gonna see. I think we're gonna go on a roll here.
That was gritty.
I think we're gonna start getting after it. I think Chase. He's phenomenal.
He's a monster.
I mean, for even freshman year, like no one really knew anything about him coming in, and Duck played against him in high school and said, he's a good player, blah blah. But then he just came in and lit the world on fire. Like we kind of knew, like these guys could build something here. Ruggery, Chase, Evan. So they got a chance.
They're a fun team.
They are.
They make your blood pressure rise a little bit every once in a while.
Every once in a while, yeah.
Yeah, they're a good
Seems like
team.
the last 3 games, the teams they played were like just on fire with threes, man.
I know.
Sometimes some of those threes you can't help.
Yeah.
So I got a good story for you guys.
Oh, please. That's what we want to hear.
So we were talking about this earlier. So this is COVID. My senior year was the COVID year. We only played like 8-9 games. Okay. Right. So our preseason. Now COVID, we obviously didn't know much about it. It was serious, obviously.
Right.
There was a coach that came by. We were practicing in the gym, and he caught somebody with a mask below their nose, which you're playing sports. It's hard to keep it up.
Well, I mean, you got to breathe.
So Curley texts me. He's like, hey, get the guys together. We're going to meet on the quad out here. So he comes stomping out of here. We're all like, oh, God. He marched up. He's like, who was it? We're all like looking around like, what do you mean? He's like, who the heck was it?
Did he say heck? Probably not.
Anyway, no, he didn't.
Yeah,
but
I figured.
So I was the captain the senior year, and I didn't get in trouble, but I was like, I guess I'll take the heat. You know what I mean? So I stood up. I took the blame for it.
Yeah.
I got suspended a week.
You did?
Really?
Yeah. He because it was it was a big deal.
Oh
but,
yeah.
But I didn't even do it, and I took the blame.
That's what captains do, man.
I did, and I don't even think he knows that till this day. But I texted him.
Out now.
He'll find out.
Yeah.
So I texted him. We met the following day. But anyway, it was COVID, so I was like running up and down Moore Street, down at the park. The guys were practicing. It was crazy, and it was just. That was such a weird time. We only got to play a couple games that year, but
that was rough.
Yeah,
it
was. But it was cool. It's so funny because we talk about it now. I'm like, yeah, I got kicked off. Like I'm the only captain that got kicked off the team. Whatever.
Yeah, but you earned your C, man. That's a captain.
You earned it. Yep,
that is
I
a
did.
captain move.
Yep.
Right.
So it was, like I said, it's such a good experience being here. Curley's the best. I mean, he gets these guys ready to play, and you see it. And it's just fun. Like I'm so excited to watch them today. I think it'll be a good game.
I think this is going to be a good game.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys know this, but Cam has his own podcast. He was trying to start one up for a little bit.
Yeah.
Tell us about the podcast, Cam.
Well, so we were gonna do. We're big Barstool guys. Barstool Sports.
You got the Barstool
the hat.
So me, Duck, and another buddy of ours, Kyle, we were gonna do a Banner Boys podcast.
Yeah.
So like it's all about hanging the banners, who's winning the championships. Kind of fell through. We're gonna get back into it in the fall. You guys have inspired us, so we're gonna.
Hey, we'll all be part of the same network.
That's it.
Here we go. We don't need Barstool. We got us.
That's right. That's right.
All right, fellas. Hey, who we got behind you? We got time for a couple more guys.
All right, we got Marcus.
Thank you, guys. Hey,
fellas,
let's go get a win. All right, we got two more Team Blue guys coming in.
Yeah, too much blue here.
A lot of blue coming in.
We're all one family.
These were my first 2 picks in the draft, and now they're live here. Okay, guys, we've been talking a little bit about the Alumni Game. What was your take? First, introduce yourselves.
Marcus, first overall pick. Team Blue.
Damon Rickens, Team Blue.
So give us your thoughts on the game.
I thought we came out strong to start. We took it to them in the beginning, went up early, just kind of held on to it a little bit. Got a little sloppy, but, I don't know what Marcus thinks.
We all knew it was going to happen.
We kind of did.
It was all just a matter of whether our joints were going to hold up.
And I do believe we came away injury-free.
Injury-free.
Even the coaches were injury-free.
No injury for the coaches or for the players.
That is big.
That was big.
Always
So what do you guys think? Now you've been back for numerous alumni weekends. Like, what do you think about this whole experience?
I mean, this year it's to a different level because of this. I mean, this is great for bringing guys back together, and it's always great to connect with the guys that we played with, and then also just in general with older guys that we maybe hadn't met before or whatever the case may be. So this is great for it, and it's always a fun time, and makes the game that we're about to watch even more fun when we have that big group together.
Yeah, it's always great to share the stories with the recently graduated players, the guys in our group, the dudes before us, just to kind of see how the legacy of Juniata basketball has kind of progressed over the years, and to play and stuff against each other, get a little competitive is awesome too, but sharing the stories afterwards and hanging out and sharing a meal and stuff is really awesome.
Yeah. This is obviously our first Alumni Saturday with you guys. We're honored to be here.
Yes, absolutely.
It's been just fun to kind of see, because you can tell this group, whether you guys played together, you played before or after, there's something about this group of guys, and it's special, and it's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's the Juniata basketball way. I mean, no matter, what era you played in, there's always a common connection. I mean, Coach Curley being here for as long as he has and molding teams the same way for that long, no matter who you're talking to, it just feels like you all played on the same team at some point. So it's really cool.
So give us your insight on this year's team. What do you think?
It's a tough one. So you look at the record, if you're a casual fan, you're going to log or get online and look at their record. You see they're 10-8. So maybe, automatically you're thinking, well, what's going on here? But I think they're just, they're starting to put it together. Obviously later in the season, 7 games left, but I think they're finding their groove, and a lot of really talented players. They just got to put it all together, believe in each other, play for each other, and good things will happen. I'm excited to watch today.
Yeah, I think them making it to the championship last year and then bringing a lot of the core guys back.
Yeah.
They got a lot of experience and stuff. I think they're still working through things, but I think you want to be playing your best basketball at the end of the year. So
that's right.
I think we're going to figure it out and really just go on a tear at the end of the year.
So how important are those, gritty? The last 2 victories were real.
They were good.
Right
games.
At the end, fight it out. How important are those to build on?
Yeah, I mean, that's what you need. Playing in those types of games, I mean, that's a playoff game. Especially later on in the season, they start to feel more and more like it's a playoff game. And having those close games, having to win late, knowing how to play with the lead, and even coming back in certain situations, it's a big morale boost for the team, and it's a good test for what's coming, hopefully in the playoffs and beyond. So
all right.
So what do we got to do to win today?
Defend, rebound, take care of the ball.
Just all that stuff.
What coach always preaches. Play as a team, 5 versus 1 on the defensive end. The Juniata way, right, Marcus? I mean, just worry about us. Don't worry about the opponent as much, except for obviously there's a scout, but let's just do our thing and let the rest take care of itself.
Right. Got to play as the hardest working team in basketball. Just got to play the Juniata way and kind of just keep the confidence, keep what's going on, and keep the momentum.
All right. That's Team Blue right there, Biz.
Team Blue. All right.
Team Blue. Hey guys, great job.
Hey, it's only one.
Great job. 1-0, Biz.
Yeah.
1-0.
I know.
All right.
We're never looking back.
Never looking back.
Hey, 300 more games and you catch up to Coach Curley.
That's right. All right, guys. Thank you.
Right. Yes. Enjoy the game.
I look forward to hanging out with you more
later.
today.
Yeah,
it's gonna be a good time. All right.
Thanks, guys.
You got it. Thank you.
All right, Biz, we're getting awful close to game time. We're down to 5 minutes, 30 seconds before game time. We are going to take a little break for the game.
Yeah.
We're going to come back, do a little post-game. Maybe you'll be here, maybe you won't.
He's going to be at dinner.
Oh, that's right.
He's eating at 4 o'clock.
He's an old man. He eats at 4 o'clock.
That's right.
Yeah, he eats
you
at 4
getting a
o'clock.
10% discount?
Absolutely.
All right.
We hope to have Coach Curley back on.
Yeah.
Break down what we're about to see.
Yes.
We got to get a big win, guys.
We have to get this win.
Got to get a win.
This is the game. This is the state. Every season has a statement game.
This is it.
This is the statement game.
So we will be back after the game. We're going to try to get some more alumni on. We're going to try to get some more people on. We'll be on Flow Sports in a little bit. That's going to be a good time. We're going to watch the game. Thank you for joining us.
Yeah, thanks,
my
Albert.
pleasure.
It was
Thanks
a good.
for having me.
It's been way.
The father of Cooper Albert, who plays baseball at Ithaca College. Yes.
It is.
Sorry, Coop.
It's been too long for us not to have you on.
Yeah.
Well, I appreciate the opportunity.
Yeah, you're welcome, man. And we'll be looking forward to that check. Who can you make that out to?
The Jostens check should probably come to Tom and Biz.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Well, do we want to put it under a company, like your new company? Should it go there? Or?
Maybe we will. We can't
All
get
right.
that out just yet, Biz. But we got lots of fun stuff to come.
All right, good.
Lots of fun stuff coming. All right, stick with us. We're going to be back after a big game.
We're going to break it down.
Wilkes. We're going to break it all down.
Maybe we'll have
Curley.
the player of the game on.
Maybe we'll have a player of the game on.
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
Until then.
All right, Juniata Nation. Flock to the nest.
Flock to the nest. Be here. I'm Tom Frank.
I'm Biz.
And I'm the other Greg.
There we go.
All right.
Let's go, Juniata Nation.
Go Eagles.
And we'll be right back. Teams across the Landmark Conference, from your world-class athletes to your staff and most loyal fans. Jostens partners to celebrate your championship across the organization and beyond, all centered around the coveted championship ring. Check out jostens.com today for your Jostens championship experience. And now back to the show. All right. Hey, we're back after a big win, and we got two of the superstars on with us right now.
Yes, sir.
We got Evan Eisenhart. We got Mason Hardy. Mason, I got to tell you something. I feel like every time we're here live, you do something.
Yeah.
You have big games every time. The Palestra game, now the back to this game. Hell of a game, both of you.
Yes.
You guys, I got to tell you guys, I watched that whole game. That was the best defensive game I've seen all year.
Yeah.
Because there's been times where that guy, they swing that ball around and that guy's open. You guys closed on them so well today.
Yes.
Impressive win. What do you think? Let me know what you think.
I mean, I think a lot of work went into that stuff. That's definitely something that we struggled with early in the season and something that cost us the last time we played them. But it's definitely something we really focused on this week. And it paid off for us.
I was going to say it showed. It showed.
No, yeah, for sure. I mean, even this morning we were going over backside rotations and coaches getting us prepared the whole entire week leading up to the game. And I think guys were really just locked in and knew what we had to do and came through.
You did.
Absolutely.
And some big shots. I mean, I'll be honest with you, Evan. Sometimes you shoot that ball so far out there, gives me a little nervousness. But after these last couple games, I'm ready for you to pull up anytime, anywhere on that court.
Does the coach ever give you a pure green light?
Pure green light, no.
I knew the answer to that. I just wanted to hear.
I can pretty much shoot it whenever. I mean, as long as it's in rhythm and out of offense. He definitely lets me hear it if he doesn't like it.
And Mason, some big shots.
Yes.
And you know what? You took the ball to the hole. You got some big free throws out of that. You sunk those free throws. Man, that was a great game. And you guys held them scoreless with the last 5 minutes.
Yeah.
That was huge.
Good.
That was huge, guys. Big win, right? All right, so now we got to look ahead a little bit.
Yep.
We got some big ones coming up on the road.
Yes.
What are we thinking?
I mean, I think we pretty much got to go get the next two if we're going to go where we're trying to go. I mean, just in terms of seeding and that stuff, looking forward to the playoffs. I mean, we take it one game at a time and all, but we got to get these next two just for ourselves.
Yeah. I mean, I think we've been through a lot this season, and I mean, if you look back to the first game compared to this game, huge differences on both ends of the ball, rotation-wise, just overall as a whole. And I think that this is the time you want to be playing your best basketball, and I think these last 3 games have really helped us, and hopefully they can help us propel on this road trip this week.
It seems like you guys have gelled even more. Not that you weren't gelled before, but it just seems like it's natural now. Is that
So
fair?
let me ask you guys. It's Alumni Saturday here. What did it mean to have? I mean, we had all these guys here from all different classes. Some of the guys you might have played with. Some of the guys were well before you. What would that mean for you to have those guys here at this game?
I mean, yeah, to me, it's just special. I mean, you get those guys back, coming back and supporting you. I mean, taking time away from their busy lives.
Yeah.
To drive up here to Huntington and then have a good time with us for 24 hours means the world. Love nothing more than seeing those guys around.
And a big win to give it to them. I love it.
Huge.
I love it.
Hey, Evan, you're going to be back for the alumni game next year. Right?
Oh yeah, I'm planning on it.
All right,
You take as many years as you want. We need you here. Hey guys, huge game.
Yes.
Thank you for coming on. I know you
That
got
was so
lots
exciting.
of family here. Go get to it. I hope we get to hang out with you a little bit later.
Yes.
But hey, hell of a game.
Yeah.
Hell of a
Keep it going,
game.
boys.
All right.
We love it.
Thank you
We
guys
love
for
it.
having us on.
You bet.
All right.
We're hey man, that was awesome. Well done.
Well done. Oh, we got another one coming up.
All right.
Jump on in here with us.
Tyler Lapentina in the house.
Tyler, put those headphones on. Where'd they go?
There they are.
Tyler, big win today, buddy.
Huge win.
Yeah. Hey, I got to tell you, you're one of my favorites because I love the fact that you take the ball to the hole.
Yeah.
And you've made some big shots over the last couple games in the paint. I like it because you were shooting a lot of threes at the beginning of the year. Now you're starting to drive. You're starting to hit those shots. That's your game. I love it.
Yeah, definitely. Thank you.
Yeah.
It's a big part, especially opening up the court. Because we got a lot of shooters. We got Evan. We got Jade. Definitely getting a lot of shots. And just being able to attack the paint and stuff like that just opens up our offense a lot more.
So now, what's changed on the defensive end? 'Cause we were talking before. This looked like one of your best defensive efforts. I mean, is it just repetition, details? Like where are you guys at defensively?
Yeah, it's definitely just buying into what our coach tells us, and he does an amazing job implementing ways to stop all defenses and offenses. Like we're top 3 in the league right now. We had some games, some stretches where we let up 80-point games, but we know our strengths. We know we can go back to it and hold a team. They didn't score in the last 5 minutes of the game.
5 minutes scoreless.
No, man, that was impressive.
Yeah.
I love how you guys all close out and swarm inside, man. You get a lot of steals out of that. That's you guys are all together, man. It looks like it's like one big, nice moving piece.
Yeah, definitely.
And what'd you think? We had all the alumni here. That's kind of special. And we got to talk to a lot of these guys. They really care. Like they are rooting for you guys. They want to see you do well. And you gave them a fun show today.
Yeah, it's great. Just being able to go through the program for those guys and then them able to come back and give back and see the younger generation come through. It's really special. And it's awesome
Now, does that give you guys a little extra juice for this game?
Definitely.
All right, good.
Gotta love it.
You got a little juice on this one. Hey, thanks for joining us.
Yes.
I know your family's here. We had your mom back on
really?
because she's a regular. She's a regular on the show.
Two-time visitor on that show.
Great game.
Yes.
Thank you for coming on, man.
Keep up the good work,
keep
man.
it up. We're watching each and every week, and we got to go on a run.
Appreciate
here.
it, guys. Thank you.
All right.
Here comes the coach.
All right.
Oh, we got a couple. Oh, hold on.
Oh, we got some more. All
right.
Get them up here.
Get them up here.
All right. Can you hear us? Okay.
Can you hear us? All right. All right.
Yes.
All right.
All right.
We got the Curley kids.
Here. You can.
You can switch that one over. We got the real Curleys here.
That's right. This is the glue, the family glue.
Hey, before we start, we need to know about your game.
Yeah, what happened
What
today?
happened in the game?
We won both games, and I didn't score any shots, but I guess I did okay.
You won both games.
You know what? Did you have some assists and some steals? Some good
Yes.
passes? All right. That's what matters.
And Cade, how'd you do down there?
Good.
Now, did you win?
No.
No.
How about you? How'd you do?
Good. No.
No, none today.
All right, we'll get him next game. Don't
Hey,
worry.
just keep playing hard, right? Hardest working family in basketball.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go Eagles.
Go Eagles.
Go Eagles. There we go.
Absolutely.
All right.
All right, we've officially had the whole Curley family on here.
Every member has been on at
Yes,
some
they
point.
have.
All right, folks. Big win, Wilkes. What was the final, Biz? What was the final score?
I don't know.
Put your headphone on.
I don't know. Look it up on
62-56 or something.
62-56 final. We could be wrong with that final, but I'm currently soaking wet because
That was awesome, man.
I
A
got
locker room shower.
I got a locker room shower. That was very exciting. Thanks, Coach.
We're gonna need a changing room.
Well, we thought all you guys have done to help the program. We wanted to have you be a part of it. Those are.
Well, hey, we appreciate it, man.
It takes a lot to win these games and try to celebrate when we can. That's a heck of a team we just played.
It was a great team.
Very, very good team. Super well coached. So you got to find those moments to celebrate when you can, and then we got to get back at it here Monday.
That's right.
You do.
So a big defensive effort today, Coach.
I thought that was the best defensive game of the year.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, we've talked a lot about that. You got to be able to win different ways. We still hang our hat on defense, or hope to, and that was without question our best defensive game from start to finish. Against a very, very, very good team, and I think we held them scoreless the last 5 minutes of the game, which is just a credit to how hard our guys played. And how bad, and how well they played together. I mean, defense, I thought we were super connected defensively. We were on the same page. We communicated really well. I thought we did a good job on the boards and the glass. We ran down a bunch of them. Now we make our free throws there later. Life's a little easier. But, we did that the other night, and tonight we really locked down and defended and did a good job of that. So, really good. I mean, this is a really good win. That's an exceptionally good team. And to do it, at home, alumni game, all these guys back. These are the days as a coach that, keeps you going. You enjoy, and it was a Juniata win on a day that tries to celebrate our program and what we try to do, and you couldn't ask for any more.
And you know what? Just a great day. The alumni were here. They were fired up. They had a fun game beforehand. Yeah. You've missed all the shenanigans and all morning here that we've been at, but we've had parents on, we've had alumni on, we've had players on, and now we got a third host back and a great coached game. Just a great day.
Fantastic. I think this, the Palestra was history, but I think this beats Palestra Day by far.
We're raising the bar.
I think where you look at the importance of the game and kind of the moment, from just looking at it from that perspective, absolutely. But, it is, it's what makes this experience so special. And we try to talk, and you heard me after the game talk to the players about just savoring these moments and being focused on just the fact that you only get so many. And the cool thing that makes this special is you get to celebrate it with people around you that care about you. And all the families that are here, and all the alums and their families that are here. And, to be able to celebrate a win, and when you play really well against a really good team, you really can't beat it. And in the end, that's what we're trying to do. And this is the stuff, hopefully these moments, you don't remember things in a linear pattern. You just remember pockets and moments and even feelings. And, these are things that I think these guys will take with them. And when they come back, a lot of them will be back next year. They'll just remember what that experience was like and want to be a part of that. So, you can't draw it up better than this. We got to get back to work Monday. But at the same time, you can't take away the effort and the accomplishment of winning the game today. Just really have continued to improve. And I just thought, the game Mason Hardy just played a fantastic
player of the game.
Podcast player of the game.
Podcast player of the game for the second time for our live event. He did it at the Palestra too.
So if you need us to come back for any more big Mason games, we're welcome to.
Now, not to change gears, but I want to bring something up because we haven't said it on the podcast yet. But we had a very special thing at halftime. I know you were inside, but I want you to tell us a little bit about the alumni game and and who it's going to be named after now. And tell us a little bit about this guy.
So we made an announcement at halftime that from now on our alumni game will be called the Ed Mansberger alumni game. Ed is in his 90s and has been our longest, our most loyal and committed fan over the years. When he was in a little bit better health, he would come to basically every practice in the off season, in the summers. Particularly the spring, if we had a recruit on campus, he would come to open gyms, talk to them and their families. And he's just a good man, a quality man. And he goes along like when we had Coach Black on and the others. I've always just kind of looked at if people that have that kind of character and that kind of heart are around your program, that means we're doing something right. And so he's maintained relationships with our guys over the years. Now he's not as available anymore right now because he's getting there. So the sad part is he doesn't have as strong relationships with our current guys. But you could see with all the alums how much it meant to them and how much Ed meant to them. He wasn't a coach. He's not an administrator here. He didn't even go to Juniata. He's just a guy that loves our program and loved our guys for who they are. And, particularly when you're a college kid, and that really means a lot. It makes it feel different, just somebody that just loves you for being you. And it also adds to kind of the experience, right? If somebody cares, it means it adds value to you, and you know when no one's looking, it is what it is. I mean, Ed's been in the tough practices and the good ones, and he's just a phenomenal guy. He actually played pickup here until he was in his 70s.
We heard about that.
We learned this. That's
we
crazy.
heard
like
that.
Hayes was talking about. The one day he trucked him. I'm like, dude. He's like, he was in his 70s. That's outstanding.
Yeah, and we got to spend a little time with Ed today. Great guy. He loves coming to these games. He loves being part of the program. He wanted to tell you how thankful he is for you and how you brought him in and made him a part of this. And the honor of him, the alumni game being named after him, is a huge thing for him. And so he really appreciated it.
When I brought it up with some of the guys, and Jeremy Hayes was, he's traveling the world right now, but he was able to make it.
Yeah,
and that meant a lot to Jeremy and his family too. Every guy to a T was like, that's fitting. And in the end, it's a 9:30 game with a bunch of old guys, but it'll always have Ed's name, and the guys that'll carry on for a long time.
Yeah.
And it's sort of like, we have the Doc Green tournament, and my father-in-law, Pat Frazier, played for Doc.
Yeah.
And it's always cool because there's somebody's going to ask, 20 years down the line, who was Ed Mansberger?
As you could hear, the buzzer went off right as we were ending our episode. The girls' game was about to start, so we had to get off the air. But before we do end this episode, we want to say thank you to all the alumni, current players, parents, and special guests that made this episode and this show so special. And a special thanks to everyone at Juniata, including Coach Curley, Coach Hager, and all who worked so hard to make the day perfect. And most important, to all of you who came to today's game and who listen each and every week. You make us feel proud to do our small part to make this program one of the best. All right, folks, follow the show on Instagram at Juniata Basketball Show. Subscribe to Juniata Men's Basketball Show on Apple, Spotify, or wherever you listen to podcasts. Leave us a rating on Instagram. And here we go. Let's go, Juniata Nation. This is it. This is where it starts. I'm Tom Frank.
I'm Biz.
I'm the head coach, Coach Curley.
All right, so that's our camera.
All right.
That's our camera.
Sweet.
We are live here at Juniata, Alumni Saturday.
What a great experience we're going to have today. We've already had you maybe a little
I had a great experience
little greater
at the
than
Alumni
mine,
game.
perhaps.
It was absolutely fantastic. Yeah. Before I forget,
you broke a lot of unwritten rules.
I did. What was the final score?
It was 70 to 69.
No,
Yeah.
70-49?
Maybe.
we got to double it. I have it on my phone. Don't worry.
I figured.
All right.